Hey gorgeous, welcome back to another Sims 4 speed building video. I hope you're all doing well. So today we're building yet another 100 baby challenge house. You guys really seem to like the last two ones, so hopefully you will enjoy this one as well. This one is a bit different. It's just a starter home, which means your Sims can move into this house straight away from Create a Sim, and it costs under 20,000 simoleons in total. It's a bit of a shorter video. Unfortunately, I did not have a whole lot of time to make a big build because I just got back from a trip to Spain and our flight home got delayed by 17 hours. So that was pretty intense, I have to be honest with you. So that's why I wasn't able to do a bigger build. Yesterday I was really exhausted, so I'm just doing it all today, doing the build, the edit, and the voiceover, and uploading it for you guys so that it will be available Sunday evening. Like I said, it's a starter house, and I also opted again to make it a tiny home using my little hack, my little trick. So it has a bit of a split leveling going on. In terms of the style, I really wanted it to blend in nicely on this lot in Willow Creek. If the houses in the background look a little bit different to what you're used to, that's because I built this in my save file. I'm not sure if I will be putting this in the official save file, but just for you guys, as an idea, if you are playing with my save file, which if you don't know, I do have a save file, I will link the video in the description in which I do a bit of an overview of my save file. But if you guys like playing the 100 baby challenge and you don't want to do it in like the default world, you can download my save file and you can put this house on this lot in Willow Creek, which it is in the same neighborhood as the pancakes live, basically next door to the pancakes. So I'm sure you guys all know where that is. So you guys can just download it and put it there. Right now in my official save file, I have a little park lot here, but you can easily replace it for this 100 baby challenge starter home. So again, as I was going to say, I wanted to build it in that sort of typical New Orleans style. It isn't necessarily a shotgun. It is a bit of an L-shaped house, and I wanted it to be very colorful. So I used the new mustard yellow siding from what's it called? Growing Together. I'm starting to confuse all the pack names, guys. There's so many. I'm sorry. Growing Together. That's the one. Initially, I had a bit more of a softer pastel-y, I think it was like a green or a bluish siding, and I quite like that one, and I think it blends a little bit better into the world, but I really wanted to go for that more colorful style, and ever since that new siding came out, I have been obsessed with that mustard yellow color, but I've not been able to use it yet, so, I just really wanted to try it out and keep it. But I did leave, the original color scheme in this video. If you guys don't like the mustard yellow, you can easily change it. So in terms of the interior of this house, again, I wanted it to be very colorful and like child friendly and stuff, and it has like a double bed that's accessible from both sides, and eventually this is the nursery, and I eventually will put in an additional toddler bed there. So it has a crib for newborns, it has a crib for infants, and it has a toddler bed, and the toddler bed is the one that you can also upgrade to an infant crib, or upgrade it back or downgrade it, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to say that, back to a toddler bed if you want to, because what I find in my own baby challenge, especially in the beginning, you will end up having a lot of infants. I do think that your sim family will probably grow out of this house really, really quickly. But I think it's a great starting point, you know, obviously costing under 20,000 simoleons, and it is a tiny house, which means that your sims will be able to build their skills really, really quickly. I made sure that there's some, you know, skill building stuff so your sims can start making money. As you can see right now, I put an easel, which I think art is always a great way to go in the 100 baby challenge to start making money. And I also put a little computer in the bedroom. The bedroom of the matriarch, that is, so you can, you know, build computer skills. I also find writing to be a great way to go in the 100 baby challenge, especially in the beginning, you know, because you will end up with like a lot of infants and toddlers very quickly, and you won't have a lot of time to, you know, build skills and make money. So if you just immediately start off with the writing skill and publish heaps of books, you will receive a bunch of royalties daily without having to do much. And that's, you know, especially really handy in the beginning stage of the 100 baby challenge. So that's a little tip for you guys. And this is also why I really, really wanted to make sure that I had room for a computer in this build. So yeah, the matriarch bedroom is pretty big. It doesn't need to be that big, but again, I wanted there to be space for a computer. I think you would be able to put the computer in the hallway as well, although that's going to be a little bit cramped. I like it better here. You could do that, for example, if you want to make either a larger bedroom for the children or a larger bathroom. So they're definitely, it's a very small house. Obviously, it's a tiny house, but there definitely is some wiggle room to expand or adjust as you see fit. Obviously, take into account that this is a tier 2 tiny home. It's currently at 60 tiles, so you will only be able to add another 4 tiles, like official tiles, to the house before it becomes a tier 3 tiny home. And to be fair, the tier 3 tiny home, I never use it because it barely comes with any, you know, interesting benefits in my opinion. I think the tier 2 tiny home is supreme. The micro home is too small. The tier 2 tiny home is just big enough, and you know, especially for skill building, it's very handy to have. I think the tier 1 micro home, it adds the ability for your plants to grow very fast. I didn't put any gardening in this 100 baby challenge home. I know that a lot of people like to do gardening in their 100 baby challenges because that, you know, that way you'll make a lot of money as well. But yeah, I thought for this starter home, I just went with painting and writing, which worked wonderfully in the beginning. So yeah, what else? I'm just changing up like the final details on the interior before we're moving on to the landscaping. So I basically only used debug landscaping because as you can see, I'm already up to 19,000 simoleons, so your sims will only have like a couple hundred simoleons left when they move into this house. So yeah, I didn't want to waste money on unnecessary landscaping. Yeah, I used a lot of debug landscaping, and if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I am absolutely obsessed with the cottage living landscaping. I use it all the time, like even in my more expensive builds in which, you know, I don't have a budget to work with. I love debug landscaping. So yeah, just putting a little hanging plant right there, which I thought was super, super cute. And just like a little awning. I just wanted this build to feel very cute and family friendly. But yeah, guys, I guess this is the entire speed build. I'm just going to leave this voiceover right here. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like or a comment, or feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!